welcome to my craft room. Today we are going to make this really pretty card. It's using the technique called Acrylic Distress, and let's get started on that. First, what you need to do is you can just go to the any craft store, just pick up any bottle of acrylic paint. I chose this, just got the least expensive, but for the choice of colors today, I used to use my color coach and kind of matched as close as I possibly can to, on what colors to use. So just take it in a, just in a plain palette. Oops, it's a little dry. Let me put a little more on there. Okay. I like the foam brushes because they give you a nice even swipe on the cardstock. It kind of doesn't matter what color cardstock you use underneath the acrylic paint, because you use after you distress it, you use ink, the classic ink, and it pretty much covers it up. Okay, so got a nice even thin coat. That's another key, is it's got to be thin. I just keep a baby wipe around to keep my fingers clean for the rest of the project. I've already got one ready, so I'm going to set this one aside. Okay, we got one all nice and dry. And so what you need to do next is grab your big shot, and I'm using the Vintage Wallpaper Textures Impression folder. It's a little thicker than regular cardstock since it's got the acrylic paint on it. So I usually use it on no tabs. So I'm just going to put it right in between the two. Grab my big shot. And put it right through. Okay. Set the big shot back aside. And this is what you get. Just a nice impression. Alright, now this is the messy part. I thought painting would be the messy part, but it's not. The messy part is the sanding. Just take one of our sanding blocks. I have the old style, but we have a newer style in the catalog. And you just rough up that acrylic. Do it all which ways, and it doesn't matter if it wrinkles the paper, because the acrylic actually makes the paper pretty strong, the acrylic paint. But like I said, it can be a little messy, so like I said, I keep the baby wipe close. Okay, and you can even use the baby wipe on the paper with the acrylic paint to keep the dust down. But you just keep going until you like what it looks like. And this is what I got it to. See the distressing? I don't know if you could see that real good. It's distressed, and you see the paper underneath. Then you just take your ink. I'm using Night of Navy. Okay, just take a sponge, and then you go in circles all over your distressed piece. Rub it in circles, whatever, just catching those little spots you just sanded off. Okay, and again with the baby wipe, because there's some loose ink that didn't stick, you just wipe it off. See how it takes some of that excess ink off the acrylic color underneath. Okay, just let this dry just a second. Okay, and I have a piece of Night of Navy cardstock. Move that paper. Night of Navy cardstock, and we just take the piece we had, or the distressed piece we made, and with embossed pieces, it's best to get all four sides, so that it doesn't pop up when you after you've attached it to your project. Okay. Then I have some Night of Navy gross grain ribbon. Of course, my handy dandy ribbon scissors. I am not great at tying knots and bows, so I do it the faux way, or the cheater method as some people call it. Okay, I just, whoop, hello, make a line, or make just a strip, and I use just plain old Scotch tape, just the ordinary stuff. Okay. Okay, and I tape it down, bring it all back over, make sure it's nice and straight where I want it. Flip it over again. Okay, and there we go. Now, to put this piece onto, the closest color is Marina Mist for this particular blue I've gotten. Let's see, I'm going to put it on all four sides to keep my base down. Helps with the ribbon too. Okay. There we go. Then I'm going to put the bow, or the knot on this side, on the far side, left hand side I should say. I can get my fingers to work today. Hello. There we go. You can laugh at me all you want. I think it's funny too. I talk to myself all the time. Clip the ends off to make them look pretty. Okay. And then that part's ready. Then take my stamp, and it's from, let's see, what set is this? A Word for You, which is in the big catalog. I get mostly Clearmount because that's the one I prefer. And I take again my Night of Navy ink, ink up my stamp. I don't need that anymore. I'll put that aside. I'm going to send it, put it right here. Down, up, nice clear stamp. I'm going to take our decorative label punch. I'm going to center that really nice. Oops, here we go, so you can see. Pop that right out. Then I'm going to take my sponge again. Give it a little dimension by adding it to, or sponging the edges of the decorative label punch. Okay, then I already cut out a Night of Navy decorative label, and I'm just going to take my little paper snips, and I'm going to go from corner to corner on the diagonal, just like that. Okay. Take my snail, put this 3 strips of it. I'm going to take this, and I'm going to just give it a bit of a shadow. If you don't press down, it won't stick right away, so you got to be careful with that part. Okay, give it a little bit of a shadow on the top and the bottom. Okay, you can see my fat fingers here. Of course, I said to my mom we have chunky fingers for those little keyboards on the cell phones. We both said, wow, we need to use spell check, but what it is we just add extra letters because of our chunky fingers and those teeny little buttons. I'm going to take some dimensionals. Okay. And I love my dimensionals, so I put, and I always want them to make sure they stick, so I put quite a few. Some people are minimalists. I'm, just whatever I want to do. Okay, and then I just center it above and below the ribbon. Press it down. And there we go, the acrylic distress. This is a very cute look. It's vintage, yet it's fresh. I don't know if that makes any sense, but I did post a picture of a project I did the other day. I think it was last Thursday, on doing this with a darker color and a lighter pink. Okay, so if you see anything you need today, just go to my blog and I'll have the details, and there's a shop 24/7 button to go ahead and pick up what you need. Thanks for stopping by, and happy crafting.